Welcome to page 3. One of the most popular sections of Golfweek magazine is the Forecaddie. It's the section where our man out front gives us inside information that you won't see anywhere else. The man out front joins us now in our control room here on Preferred Lies. Obviously, Mr. Hidden Identity right there, but let's pick up the phone and see what he's got to tell us this week. Hello? Yeah. Dave, come on. Man.
Is that Colette?
Yeah. Hey. All right, thanks. All right, Rex, we got one for you. Mr. Tiger Woods is saying that he's going to play all 4 FedEx Cup events, but our man behind closed doors is saying that just might not happen.
I say to all my kids that there is a Santa Claus.
I say not as I do.
Yeah, you don't, exactly. Yeah, all he said all along is that I would like to play all 4 events, that I want to play all 4 events, but the fact of the matter is
I want to play
I'm going to
all
be very
4
surprised if he shows up at the Barclays, the first leg of that.
Blow the first one off and then focus on the final 3.
He can get away with it.
Hey, 3 weeks in a row is a grind too, right?
Oh, absolutely. Everybody always says, geez, these guys are just playing golf and whatnot, but it is a grind out there. You're away from your family. You're living out of a suitcase and everything. It's tough to ask these guys.
Well, especially him. If somebody wants a piece of his time every day during his practice rounds, and it is a grind out there.
What's Furyk's deal now?
Well,
He's in the midst. What's his stretch?
We're looking ahead to the FedEx Cup, but Jim Furyk just started a stretch of 9 events in 10 weeks at the Canadian Open, which he won, which of course is going to add even more pressure and more responsibilities. So, I think for the first time ever, golf suddenly becomes a marathon sport where you suddenly have to start pacing yourselves and. Yeah, I just don't see Tiger doing that. You got the PGA, you got the Bridgestone this week. I'm going to be very, very surprised if he shows up. And the bigger question is the President's Cup.
Oh yeah,
that's the next one. Is it set up perfect for somebody to finally blow off the President's Cup?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. I'm going to be surprised. You're going to see it maybe from both teams there. I mean, look at some of the internationals too on this thing. Talking to Chubby Chandler, who is Ernie's agent and Westwood and some of these guys. He makes the point that this whole run is right in the middle of the holiday season. Their kids have just gotten out of school and everything. Sure. They have like a 7-week vacation. What, Dad's going to be away for the entire 7 weeks? He said, interesting thing, he said, some of these guys have so much money now anyhow, they're quote-unquote bulletproof. Right. How much do you need? You'd rather stay home and have some quality time. So.
And we speculated to this last time the President's Cup rolled around at RTJ. Is this going to be the year that Tiger finally blows it off? And I think of all years, he's probably got a freebie with the baby, with the FedEx Cup piled on top of everything else. I think him and Phil could probably get away with it.
The tour can't have everything, They tried to create this FedEx Cup to have something that they could call their own, opposite the Ryder Cup and whatnot. Now they've created the FedEx Cup. I mean, all this coming together. And the interesting thing, they create the FedEx Cup to shorten the season, yet you've got the President's Cup in the middle of football.
I think the President's Cup does suffer from all this.
It's going to really lose some luster there.
All right, this week, the WGC event. As we leave, Dave, you got 3 people. Give me 3 guys that could finish top 10.
All right.
Mr. Woods,
I've seen signs of life from Ernie Els, particularly at the British. He's my top pick there.
Gotcha.
Yeah, how do you not go with Anders Romero? I mean, the guy, should have won the British Open. Right. He goes to Germany the next week, wins there. I think he can play well in the United States, too. I mean, the guy is absolutely red hot.
Your last guy?
And my dark horse is... I'm picking Liang Wenchong. And I don't know much of anything about him, but I just want to be able to say, everybody Wenchong tonight.
All right, Rex. Follow that one, my man.
May want to check the pronunciation on that real quick. I'm going to go with the guy that just came off a win. I'm going to go with the hot hand, Jim Furyk. He played so well on Sunday in Canada, so I'm going to go with him, and he's getting into a stretch. Hunter Mahn. As the BBC mispronounced his name. Hunter Mahan. He's got top 15s in his last 5 starts. He's probably the hottest player on tour right now. My dark horse, Anton Haig. Ernie Els knockoff without all the baggage.
I'm going with...
Is it a song?
Yeah.
I'm going with... I am not going to sing. I'm going with Stuart Sink, Angel Cabrera, and J.J. Henry.
Argentina, between the 2 of you. Wow, that's good.
All right. All right, that wraps it up for this edition of Preferred Lies. Before we go, we want to remind you to send us emails to preferredlies@golfweek.com. That's preferredlies@golfweek.com. And join us in golfweek.com's discussion boards. A lot of topics going around. Who's going to win the Women's British Open? We'll talk about Natalie Gulbis's victory last week in the Evian Masters. A lot of college golf news as well. That's golfweek.com's discussion boards. So, for Dave Seener and Rex Hoggard, I'm Jay Coffin. We'll see you next week at the PGA Championship.
Everybody one chong tonight.
Don't cry for me, Argentina.
Jeez.